Hello YouTube, this is TheStabbyBrit. This morning I exposed myself to Ghostbusters 2016. It was a horrible experience that I never want to go through ever again. So, grab yourself a drink, as I have. Let's get this review on the road. Wow, there's way too much colour in this. So, where do we begin? Well, first off, it's just a utterly forgettable movie. I suppose my... So what makes it forgettable? Well, the plot is fairly mediocre. But that in itself, I don't think it is the problem. The problem isn't so much the cast, either. Not that I can tell you anything about the cast. I don't even remember their names. I don't remember their names. I don't remember the names of their characters. I just remember them as the sciencey one, the fat one, the crazy one, and the black one. And yes, the black one is actually a very apt character description. Just picture like the most token black character from an 80s TV show. And that's the black character in Ghostbusters, basically. Just fucking awful. Crazy one, the Egon replacement. She was good. She was probably the best character in it, best character out of the four, in that I warmed to her the most quickly. The others took time for me to actually like them as characters, and occasionally like them as human beings. That I have come to despise sciencey and fat, because they are just awful. They have no chemistry on screen. Every time, especially the fat one, every time they open their mouths to speak, the entire film comes to a screeching halt, and we clunk our way through the most stilted and unnatural dialogue ever put to film. And then the film is begrudgingly allowed to continue. The best parts of the film are the parts where nobody is talking, because that means the film is at least moving forwards. This film should have been a silent movie. It's just... It's like all the jokes fall flat. I think I only smiled maybe 3 times in the whole film. And this is it's meant to be a funny film, and I smiled all of 3 times. I only laughed once, and that was right at the end. And again, that's care of Crazy Bitch. Most of the entertaining stuff was actually in the credits, and no, the dance routine was not part of that. You can actually tell where that dance routine was just axed out of the film, and thank fuck it was. Ghostbusters it's a wonderful hit piece. It was crafted with care and precision to destroy a franchise. It's like every joke falls flat. Every bit of dialogue is uncomfortable to sit through. The action scenes... Well, okay. Toward the end... at the end, the action scenes were passable. The slapstick wasn't funny. The wit was not present. And I'm going to get fucking labelled as a hater for saying this, but not even Thor the Receptionist was particularly funny. It was just utterly fucking stupid. You know, it's like, oh, answer the phone. I can't. Why? Because it's in the fish tank. Sorry, That's not a joke. That's just fucking stupid. I missed... You know, there's a joke which I've heard a lot of people talk about where he hits a gong and then covers his eyes because of the sound. A, I didn't find that funny, and B, I didn't see it happen because I was checking my phone. I think I spent quite a bit of this film looking at my phone, looking at the clock and thinking, how much longer do I have to sit through this? It's a fucking shame, it really is. I'll give it some credit though that the it's not it didn't come across to me as a feminist movie. It's not pushing a feminist agenda as far as I can see. It's just an awful movie. I'll tell you how bad it is. Once, many years ago, for my mum's birthday, we went as a family to see the film Made in Manhattan. It's a fucking chick flick. And I was bored out of my fucking skull by that film. But I was more entertained by Made in Manhattan than I was by Ghostbusters. And that is quite possibly the most damning thing I could ever say. I would rather watch chick flicks than Ghostbusters. I mean, so there you have it. It's just awful. Every last single thing is awful. The writing is awful. The references aren't funny. This film is clearly setting up at least one sequel. I pray to God that never fucking happens. This film does not deserve a sequel. This film deserves to be buried and forgotten. This is a film that destroys careers. And I will be amazed if anyone involved ever works again. Fuck this film and all who sail in it. And I need more drink. So long.